All right, so we're gonna be back at it again today. Um, yeah, I have a notepad. Hold on. Sorry, I had to cough. I have a notepad today. Let's see what it says. That's right. We're gonna get screaming heads and apply them as stone textures for these blocks here. That'll look cooler. And then I wanted to add tubes over the meat freezers so that they drop more meat when you pick up the meat. I think that would be pretty cool. Sorry, I think that would be pretty cool to add in. And my cat just jumped in my lap. And she's looking better today. Her eye's looking better. So I also need to figure out where this game is going. We need to make a full order with the ingredients that we have, and then I'm going to display that order to the player. And the idea is to incorporate these 3D images onto the screen. So we'd have this this TV, and then I'll probably just have the 3D sprites on here. We're going to make this bigger, and then you would just see like an image of this basically pop up in the same order as your UI, so it would be real easy to see like what you have and what you don't have. And yeah, so at least we'll have that all fleshed out so that mechanic works, and then we'll figure out the rest of it with the fryolator and the potatoes and the goblin guy. So we'll just get the base stuff working first, and we'll continue from there. Oh, I forgot to enable my my camera, and my coughing has startled my cat. All right, so what do we want to do first? Let's change these blocks here, just because I don't really like how they look right now. What I'm gonna do is go into make human, and I'll export like a head, and I can get it like in a screaming position, and then I'll just chop the head off, make that into a stone texture, and I'll put like 3 of them on top of each other. And then, I don't know, we can have them like spin around with a flame shooting out of their mouth or something stupid, you know. I just wanted to see if that would look better. And I guess we'll do a dude's face, because that would be more intimidating, I guess. I mean, it is hell or whatever. Geometries. Yeah, we're only going to use the head, so I guess it doesn't matter. So let me go to the... Isn't there a way to... pose animate, and we have a face. Expressions, here we go. Effort. Yeah, there we go. We'll zoom in a little bit. So let's get some teeth in there. We need teeth. We'll get the the filthy teeth. And then that's really all we need. A tongue. Let's go ahead and add that. And what I'll do is I'll make maybe the mouth like a different color so it lights up. I want the eyes a little more open though, because I'm gonna make them like a red texture so they glow. I think that'll look pretty cool. And I'm getting a call from Cousin Charles, which is definitely a scammer. So yeah, there we go. Let's go to... damn, what do we need here? Oh, that's right, expressions. Where was that? Pose, animate, expressions. Let's get something where you can see more of his eyes. Yeah, I think that's a good one. And then that way we could have like something shoot out of his mouth if we wanted to, or some dumb shit. So let's do that. Let's just export this. So let's go to Files, Export, and it really doesn't matter. I guess FBX would probably be our best bet. And yeah, these are where I kept the Blender files, so we'll put a new one here, and we'll say for stone heads, just so I keep it separate. And then we'll save that as stone head. Nice. So let's go to Blender. Hold on, I gotta let my cat out. If you don't want to go out, then don't scratch at the door. For real. Fucker. Alright, so, yeah, what are we doing? We're going to, let's actually go to mock-up scene right here. And then we're gonna bring in that FBX. So file, import, FBX, and we gotta go to the 4 stone heads. We'll grab that FBX there. Then we can bring him up and start modifying it. So we can go to edit mode. I'm gonna turn on my screencast keys or whatever the hell it's called. So I'm just going to focus that. I just want to focus this. There we go. So let's go ahead and cut him up from the head, because we don't need the rest of his body. We just want the heads to be like floating. So I'm going to go to wireframe, and we'll grab like all this and just delete. Alright, and then we'll grab the rest of this here, and we'll delete it. Yeah, doesn't really have to be that precise. I'm going to like join all these at the bottom. So let's go here, and let me grab my I'm gonna go to selection circle and grab all of these, and we'll just go up to the nearest one that I can delete, and I'll hit delete, and we'll do faces there, and then I'll grab my selection box again and go to edges, and then I'll get these edges and just delete them. Whoop. Vertices this time to get rid of everything. And then I think I have a nice loop there. I need to go one more up, which is perfect. I'll go Alt. We are making a horror themed game, but right now we're making so I have these things that float in the corner of this where's my fucking Godot game? Here we go. So we got these blocks that float in the corner, but they look kind of like shit. So I'm gonna get heads made of stone that have like, you know, an expression to them. So that's the idea right now. Alright, so we're going to delete these and delete these faces, and then we'll just grab this bottom right here, and we'll go Alt F, and we'll make a face right there. It doesn't really have to be that great. So do we have eyeballs in this thing? Doesn't look like it. Did we leave them down here? No, they're in there. Nice. So we have the teeth as well. Perfect. That's everything that we wanted. So my plan, yeah, I was hoping it would be cool. Hopefully it doesn't look like crap. It doesn't look too cheesy, but so we can basically get rid of these right here. We'll delete them. It's like a film they put over the eyes. We'll have this material, but instead of having eye textures, I'm just going to make it like a bright red so it'll glow. And probably same with the teeth and stuff, but I'll probably still leave them in there, just textured, and then we can adjust it later. But the face texture I'm going to go ahead and fix. So I got to go to Texture Haven and grab a texture. Let me get that going. Alright, Polyhaven. Texture Haven, there we go. We bring that over here. And what do you think? Some type of devil brick is what we need. Something dark. Oh, that looks pretty cool, but probably not enough detail. Let me close that. Sorry. Yeah. What the fuck is this? Alright. Where are we looking for? Wood, brick, terrain, I guess. Is there like a stone? Rock. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Okay. Yeah. No, I just gotta do this first because it was bothering me. And then I have a little notepad right here. And we got this note right here that says figure out where the game is going. Yeah, basically I want to try and get a full order going after this, and then, yeah, uh, that should be the next step. So, let me just grab a stone texture. I really shouldn't be so fucking picky, because it doesn't matter at all. We're grabbing, you know what? We're going with that one right there. That'll be fine. So we'll open that up with you'll cooperate with my UI. Sometimes more and more my computer's like fucking up all the time. It's totally fine though. Horror cooking game, we'll go to textures and we'll go here and I'll make a new one. We'll say another rock. Oh shit, that's right, we already had a rock texture. Dude, I'm a fucking idiot. I could have just used the same one that we already had. I totally forgot about that. So let's just do that before I have to make another one and waste more time. So where is that at? Dark rock. Yeah, there we go. That's what I'm looking for. That's perfect, dude. And then we'll just make these into different materials once we export it. So let's go ahead and do that. And then I can make it flaming like Ghost Rider. That really shitty Nicolas Cage movie. I think I made a second one of those. I'm going to go Alt-G, and then I'm going to actually... Oh, shit. I gotta grab... I'm going to grab everything and bring it all together. Control-J. And I guess we'll see what happens. I lost my materials, and that's because they have... if I go back... So, if I click on these, I have... my UV maps, it's named different from the UV maps of here. So if I join them now, they'll be different. I could name them all one thing, but since I'm going to change it anyway, I don't see any big deal of just joining it right now. So, alright, let me grab everything, Control J, and I'll lose the textures there, because now you see all the UV maps are all there, but they don't know which one to use, so the textures are all fucked is my understanding. I'm not a Blender genius here. But yeah, I don't really care because I'm going to overwrite them in Godot. So now we'll just bring it down to where it should be, namely at the origin. Yeah, actually, you know, I could just do this and say object, set origin to center of mass, surface, and there we go. So now I'll just export that and we'll scale it up to match what I think it should match. We might even end up doing like an array of them around or something. Man, how would that look if I had like Shift-D, R, 180. You know, you have like 4 of them. Let me do that. Yeah, I think that looks pretty cool. I think we'll do that. Have 4 of them like that, and then those will be the blocks. That looks so stupid. How's it going? Yeah. I'm pretty much, I mean, this is the only art style I can do is like ridiculously dumb and like, let's get it done, so. But alright. Nice. I kind of like all this, so I'm just going to join all these together now, and I think that'll be the way to do it. And if I really wanted to do something, hold on, I just heard my cats fighting. I gotta break them up real quick. Goblin. Kitty cat, come here. Come here. Kitty cat. Goblin. You get out of here. Alright. Sorry, I have a little kitten that I found outside, and she wants to play with the older cat, but the older cat has an eye that has, like, the kitten hit her eye, so now it's like, it's not that bad. It's not bruised. I brought her to the vet, but it's like, I don't want the cats to be fighting right now, so I have to monitor them, and I put them in separate rooms, but now they're scratching at the doors, so it's like, fuck it, whatever, I don't give a shit. I'd rather them not kill each other. So now we can, I'm going to grab the whole thing, origin, center of mass, and yeah, like I was saying, if I had more time, I would put like some type of headband that would be like all metal that would join them all together. That would be super sick, but we're just going to put fire so you won't see that much. So let's go ahead and export this GLTF, and we'll actually just send it right to the Godot. Yeah. Where do we want to put this? I guess we'll go to scenes, and I'll make the stone head. And then we'll say stone head, and I gotta remember to do only selected so I don't send every single thing in the script. Include selected objects. Oh, I just called it stone. Shit, whatever. That's fine. Alright, so. It didn't come from the 90s, it came from the 2000s. This is perfect. This is the area I grew up in. Era. Yeah, everyone's always doing the PS1 graphics, but what you want is the 2002, 2005 graphics. Those were the best. So let's just make a new building block scene and see if I can do it better. So we'll go here. I thought I had no fucking piece of shit. Instrumental only. Thank you. Takes forever to load. Alright. There we go. Perfect. Alright, so we're going to make our thing here. This is going to be our totem pole. Totem pole. And we will then, we're going to add our GLB right in here. So we'll grab that. We'll throw that on over. We need our, where do we put it? Scenes. And then we have our stone head. We got our stone right here. There we go. That looks good. We'll go here and make it make local. This has a ton of geometry. I guess we'll see what happens later when we have to optimize shit. So we'll get rid of that stone head, and we want to have 3 of them stacked up on top of each other, but we want to have it emitting some fire. So let's go to the transform. We'll also go to 0 here. And we have some particles in the other scene, which I'm just going to cheaply copy and paste because I don't feel like fucking around that much. But I'm going to grab this other texture, this one here, and let's go, I think I might need to save this scene before I can edit that actually, and that'll make it like a unique instance within Godot. So I'm going to hit Control S to save, and I guess we'll save it in Stonehead as well. No reason not to. There we go. Yeah. Yeah, 2010s, that was great too. Those are like all the games I played with my brother on the Xbox. Army of Two, that was a great one. Oh, shit, there we go. Sorry, my throat is so dry. Alright, there we go. Back in the game. So we just need to change, we saved it now, I should be able to edit the shit. Godot is weird like that. Now we can click on this. I want to take the emission and enable it, and what if I make it like a nice red, and I turn it up a little bit to make it glow. I think that would be cool. And then I'm just going to apply that to the others. Maybe if I can make it a little less pink, that would be cooler. Albedo, can we make you like a redder color so it's less blood red? There we go. Let's go to the emission. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. Perfect. Nice. And then we'll do that for the mouth too, the teeth. And maybe we'll make the tongue the stone. That way it'll kind of stand out or something. Sparkling water enthusiast. Yeah, I have multiple cases of sparkling water at all times in my car as well. Water and coffee are like two things I always have with me. I have like instant coffee. So these are the teeth. So let's just switch this. I gotta save this. So make unique. Oh shit. Can I just save you? Save. Oh, there we go. Nice. And we'll save this as red emission. And then I'm going to load that in here. Quick load. Red emission. And then this one we will quick load and grab the... might as well do the emission too. Whatever. It looks pretty cool. And yeah. Now I have these building blocks and I have these GPU particles. And they really don't look so good, but I'd have to like watch a tutorial to get better at making them. I had some good looking fire using a tutorial. I could just copy what I did there, I guess, but I don't really feel like doing that right now. So we're just going to copy these. I'm going to save this branch as a scene. I'm going to say it easy fire. And yeah, where are we going to save that? In the particles. There we go. So then I'm going to go to my totem pole and I'll add that, the easy fire. And let's see. We need to probably change how that's coming out. So we'll move that there. This should probably be bigger because it's going to be bigger in the scene as well. So let's just instantiate that in our scene and see how it looks. So I'm going to get rid of these three right here. And then I'm going to add in our guy. Let me go here. And what do we call it? Totem pole. I just want to do a reference check. I know we got to add more to it. But yeah, so this is going to be like here where the barbed wire is instead of those blocks. And we will then hide the old flesh mountain right here. And bring it up. So it's going to be... So let's scale it. I think I scaled the other one by like 3 anyway. So that should be about the size. Probably a little bigger then. At the moment, I ship packages for a living, and I operate CNC equipment. So, I mean, I've made a pretty good job out of like operating machinery. So that's my main job. This is more like a hobby, but I guess the real hobby is like showing. I like making tutorials on YouTube. So it's like getting free, like learning shit is my hobby, I guess. If that makes any sense. Yeah, I basically don't make a whole lot of money off of this, is what I'm saying. But, yeah. So, we'll have this. I think maybe if we scale it like 5 times, that would look a little better. And then I definitely want to have some type of animation on it, or... maybe we'll have them in between the gaps. Like that. And then the fire will be big enough to hide whatever these intersections are. I mean, I guess it's like ethereal barbed wire floating in space. You don't really need to have a reason why it's floating. But let me go back to the totem pole. And yeah, I think we're going to make these larger and more spread out. Let's see if we can make them look better too, if I can fuck around with that. We'll grab the albedo. Oh, I can't change it? Oh, that's right. What if I make it local? There we go. Let me save. Now I should be able to change it, right? Godot, what are you doing? Hold on, let me close it. Go to a different node, come back. I think I should be able to change it now. Or do I have to make the material unique as well? No, now I can change it. Awesome. So, let's see. I think I'm changing the color through the process material here. So we have our, yeah, color. We're doing a ramp. We have our particles here. They're 3. We have a scale. Got a scale at 4. Oh, so we don't have a scale curve. Maybe we should add that. That might make it look a little bit better. So scale them down as they're going out. And then they're they're not moving very far. I'm not sure what's up with that. What if we put this up at like 20? How long do they last? There we go. Like maybe 2 seconds, something like that. Yeah, I don't know why they were. I don't know why they were like that. Did I finish the lolcow game? No, I'm still working on that one. This is just more of like a thing to fuck around and learn a little more with. Plus, I wanted to make another big video for my YouTube channel, so I wanted to condense everything I learned in that and make a another big tutorial for beginners. But yeah, so this will probably be a project for about this month, and then I'll go back to the lolcow game. But yeah, I want to get back to that one too. So let's scale it down. That's better, and we'll probably have it last a little bit less than that, maybe like 1.5. I like that a little more. And yeah, so let's try that. I'm gonna save it, and then if I go back to scene A, it should be updated. And oh, or maybe not. Maybe let me try this. Let me delete this one and reapply it. I don't know why, but that makes me feel better about it. So totem pole, and we'll see if maybe it's because I'm scaling it after the fact. It's not going to look so good. I thought the thing would scale with it though. So if I turn this to 5, do the particles scale? Kind of, but not really. So we should probably scale it while we're in this over here instead of scaling it there. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll, oh, what the hell? Why is it set to, it's really low. Oh, the particle is part of that. Shit. We should make it part of that. And then I think we'd be much better off. Yeah. Let's try that again now, actually. Might have been from where I saved the fucking thing. Well, maybe I'm just crazy. I don't know. We'll give it a try anyway. What was it called? Totem pole. So, now if I scale this, do you both scale in unison? No. No, the particles are still being fucking stubborn. So, let's just scale this here. It's probably going to be like 5 times what it is there, right? So 0.5. I should have applied the scale when I was in Blender, but I didn't because I'm very intelligent. So then we'll do this here. We'll just turn this up to 6 and 6. And that's looking pretty good. So now I can turn this up. I think this is what really matters, I think. So let me turn this up to like 10. and the bottom one should be like 2. Hold on, let me do something real quick. Alright, fine. There we go. So, trying to make sure these cats don't hurt each other. Alright, so I'm going to raise it up just a little bit so it's more coming out of there. I think I need to expand the lifetime too because I want it to travel further up. So let's just do a 2 seconds instead this time. And I think it's going to make it look much better. So let's take a look and see what that does if I go back to this scene. Let me take this back to 1. So that's more what I'm looking for. Perfect. Well, maybe not perfect, but much better. Good enough. Story of my life. So we'll put this right here. And yeah, I mean, that's more, you know, the style that I'm going for. Just like, you know, dumb shit like that. So I guess on the totem pole here, I'm going to duplicate the stone head mesh 3 times. I don't know if I'm going to duplicate the flame, if that's going to look stupid or not. But we'll give it a go. Maybe I'll make one that's longer at the bottom, and then we'll make one at the top. Or maybe we'll just make this really long. What if we do like 6 seconds here, and it travels up through all of them? I think that would be cool. Maybe 8 seconds. Yeah, is that too far? Is that too much? Let's try that. I really like the way that looks. Yeah, so let me play the game real quick and see what happens. I don't think we've even shown off the game yet at all, really, so this stream. I just wanted to get right into shit. So, where's it at? Here we go. Yeah, I mean, that looks pretty cool. I forgot to add the flesh mountains back. Do we have anything spawning? I don't think so. But, yeah, I mean, not perfect. I still need to figure out why stuff is, like, sometimes disappearing. Like that. If anybody knows what's up with that, please let me know, but I'll have to Google it probably. There's probably an easy explanation for why the particles do that. I'm pretty sure I have particles billboard enabled. Maybe I'll just need to change an option or something. And for now, that's fine. I'm going to probably make some type of pole to go in the middle. I think that would be a good idea. I can probably just make that in Godot. If I go to totem pole, and I can just make a mesh, right? Mesh, where are you at? Mesh instance 3D, and then we'll just make a new cylinder mesh, and we'll have that go all the way up through the head's height. Nice, and we'll just expand this out, expand that out. I guess we'll make it both 4 and 4. And then I'll just add a texture on top of this. So I think I can go to, pretty sure I have Texture Haven open, and I have a texture in mind. So let me go back here. I'll go to, let me keep going down over here. Okay, so there we go. Wood. There we go. Wood is what I'm looking for. And there was one that looked like a bunch of like old pieces together. Something like this might be perfect. Yeah, this is the one. This is the medieval wood, so I'm gonna grab this one. It sounds like King Cobra at JFS made that last song. Yeah, so that's downloaded. Let me actually open that back up, and I'll grab that. So I'm going to copy, and then I'll... Oh, shit. Sorry, it's still happening off screen, but, you know, you just have to trust me. Damn, where the fuck is it? Horror cooking, there we go. Oh shit, wrong one. Oh wait, no, it is the right one. So, now we can go to textures. And we'll make a new folder. And this will say medieval wood. And paste. Alright, so there we go. So if I go here now, it's re-importing, and then we can go to material, and we'll make a new standard material. And I'm going to save this as medieval wood. And there we go. I'm going to put that down. Alright, so we'll grab this right here. We're going to go to albedo, and we'll throw that texture quick load. Should be wood, and it should be the diff, right? I think so. There we go. And that's not awful, but I want to... I should be able to change how it applies, right? So the scale on the Y. What about the X? Oh, it's all linked. What if I unlink it? And I scale it this way. That looks better. That's more what I'm going for. So that'll be fine. You're never gonna see the top anyway. So I think that'll look a lot better. I'm gonna save that, and then we'll go back. And let's see if we can apply the normal texture. Normal map enabled, and then we'll quick load wood, and that should be damn, I guess it's not oh, it's like an XFR or something, and it doesn't know how to load that. I guess I don't know what I'm supposed to do here. I guess yeah, I mean those came in. What the fuck? Let me take a look at where I placed it. So let me go to textures. Oh, medieval wood right here. Yeah, this is it right here. Can we plug that in? No. Can we take a look at it? Can't open. Well, I could do it in GIMP real quick, so let me just do that. I'll go... I got GIMP open. I'm going to go to File, Open. I'll go to my horror cooking. Grab the texture, medieval wood. We'll grab that one. Oh, no, this one right here. I'll go... what is it? Filters. Generic. Normal map. We'll make a normal map. Then we will export. And I'll just call this normal. And I'll make it a JPEG. Get out of here, dude. Medieval wood normal. We'll then go back here and we'll quick load the, I'll just search normal, plug that in, and does that give us any more definition? I don't know. I guess it does, yeah. So, yeah, and then let's add a light to it and see how that does. And then we can actually add this flame to the top. I think that would look better. Give it, you know, some flare there. And then we'll have to think of something for these heads. Maybe we'll have this whole thing spinning or some shit. But, I don't know. I like that a little bit better. Looks a little more like the style I'm going for. I'm also going to shrink the top, maybe put this one at 3 so it leans up a little bit. And this should be, I feel like it should be redder. Maybe it's too long now. Yeah, I think I need to make it shorter now that it's on top, so it'll be like that. and we will make the scale maybe not go down all the way. I'm gonna go up. Oh, let me do this. Shit. So we could do that. Whatever. I'm gonna spend forever messing with this thing like I normally do. There we go. So does that look better at the bottom or the top? If it plays all the time, it looks better at the bottom, but if it like fucks up, then it looks awful. So, is there a way we can prevent that? What are the options that I have down here on the transparency alpha? All right. Vertex color, shading. What does unshaded look like? I don't know. Per pixel, we'll try that. Proximity fade. Distance fade. Billboard. Here's what I was looking for. Particle billboard. Yeah. If I just hit enabled. Does that change how it looks? Whatever. We're going to try that. See if that changes anything. Oh, shit. I clicked off the game. Yeah, it disappears. Maybe I need to... Oh, maybe I just have the box of where it appears too small. I don't know. Whatever. Let's focus on some game mechanics for a bit, and then maybe the answer will come to me when I Google it. But yeah, I am going to put them up in every corner now, because they're cool. So let's get rid of the other one. Where is it? Let's just delete that. And then I'm going to grab this and Control D and make 4. And I'm also... Which type of shading? Display unshaded. There we go. This should make it a little bit easier for me. Control D. Move that here. Control D. We'll move that over here. And then here. And I think I'm going to turn the light up a little more, honestly. When I go to world environment, let's turn the light up to like 0.75. And make that a little brighter as well. Just turn that up to 1. Hopefully that looks a little better. So it's definitely brighter, so we can see stuff a little easier. That was mainly my main goal for turning up the light. But yeah, now we need to start making this mechanic kind of work where we can see what the orders are that we're given and then address those orders. So how am I going to do that? I'm going to make this TV bigger, and I'm going to just basically instant sprite 3Ds, or we could even do the 3D models that we have right here and just spawn them on the television. And I want to have them like pretty close to where they would be on the UI here, so you can look at your screen and then look at there and then very easily compare what you're missing and what you have, and then throw it on here. And yeah, and then I guess we'll add some type of like some type of X in front of these. So if you want to get rid of that specific thing, you gotta hit the X like underneath it, and that'll get rid of it. So let me actually write that down. I just kind of came up with that. I got my notepad. Let's have a discard button sprite thingy on the front of the food cart. I'm going to save that. So, yeah, I think that would be a good idea. Have a discard there. And then I'm going to get this working. We need to move these. I think the buns I'm going to place closer to the grill over here. Probably in like, maybe like hot dogs on this side, hamburgers on that side or something. And, yeah, I do kind of like the way that looks. I just need to adjust it a little more to have the barbed wire maybe come out of the mouth or something. I think that would look the best. Yeah, that would probably be the way to do it. So, yeah, but that would I would have to do each one of these individually then. It would probably be a pain in the fucking ass. Or I just have to keep adjusting them until it comes up just right. Yeah, so maybe, I don't know, we'll think about that. And then the mechanics we have here, we can grab our frozen food, throw it on there, and defrost it. Let me grab more here. So, yeah, I haven't really tried it since I made the move to a larger area. Um, and that does take a minute to grab that stuff now. It might have to be moved closer. But now we have our defrosted food we can throw on the grill. So, yeah, we do pretty much have everything we need to complete the basic burger orders. So, perfect. We just need to make this hamburger work too. Oh, that does work. Cool. What about you? You don't work. All right, but our hamburger works. So, yeah, we need to now focus on getting this on this screen. So let me do that. I'm going to, where is the screen? Right here. I got to take a break real quick just to check all my cats, but I'll be right back. I'm going to leave this up on the screen real quick, and yeah, I'll be right back. Let me go text. BRB 5 minutes. Whatever. Yeah, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back. Sorry, that was a whole bunch of bullshit. But, nice. Perfect. Let's make this larger. Let's actually make it its own scene. I'm going to save branch as scene. Let's not save it in the particles tab, and let's get this stuff off my screen, and we'll come back here. So let's go to, I guess we'll do it in objects. So we'll say TV, and I'm going to capitalize it. I remember watching TV as a kid, and I haven't watched like actual television in years. Literal years, man. Probably 10 years. I have never. Probably Zoomers are like, watch TV. What are you talking about? Streaming services just like took over. Alright, so what are we doing now? Didn't I save you as a scene? Oh wait, then I said make local. Never mind. Let me go to that scene. Okay, so I'm actually going to return you to your default position. And we will scale you appropriately, probably much larger like this. And for now, I'm just going to spawn some nodes in front of it. So we're going to go to Sprite 3D. And then we can load up our object textures that we have. So we got our cheese right here, way too fucking big. But we can shrinkificate it using the thing. Where's it at? Oh, moods transform. There should be like something to ignore size, right? Centered, modulate, billboard, disabled, yeah. Fixed size, not, yeah. So can I now adjust the? I guess I can just adjust the transform of it. Yeah, I guess. Oh, yeah. That's an easy way to do it. So, I was expecting it to be harder than that. I hadn't really used this much, so I'm just going to call this cheese, and I'm going to do the same for these. I'm just going to keep adding Sprite 3Ds, and we'll add a few more. And we're also going to need a label. Let's add a label 3D. Right there, and I'll drag that up and put it like over here, and I'm just going to go to text and say current order. We'll save that, and we'll make it larger, and I guess we'll have to probably flip it around. Yeah. So I'll just rotate it. Let me go to transform here. 180. So yeah, we could even tilt it a little bit to make it cool. And I'll get some cool text in there or something. And we can make this as big as we want. We probably shouldn't have it be the fucking base, though. It's probably a bad idea. Because then if I scale this, everything else gets scaled with it. That's probably not what we want. Fuck it. Whatever. Who gives a shit? You know? Because now if I do this, everything scales with it. But I mean, I guess that is cool too. So, you know, what are you going to do? We'll just make it bigger, and then we'll adjust these as we go. You know, you gain one function and you lose another, so who gives a shit? We got the cheese. We can make this smaller, I believe. Not that small. I'm going to go 0.125, an eighth of an inch, just because it makes me feel better. Let's call this lettuce. Lettuce, we'll do a tomato. Tomato. We're going to do an onion. And then we'll do bun and hot dog. And we'll just call this one, I guess, dog bun. Yeah, we're going to need more than that, but I'm going to start with those. So let me go to the lettuce and we'll grab our texture and throw it in there. So we'll put that there. And we have to bring it forward and scale it down to, I think it was 0.125. 0.125. So there we go, and I think that's a good way to do it. I think we will scale it based on the TV. That's it didn't seem good to start with, but now it does. So I also want to make sure I have the same hierarchy here that I have on my player script here. So what is that? Onion, lettuce, tomato, cheese. Onion, lettuce, tomato, cheese. Okay. And then I gotta go back to where? Onion, lettuce, tomato, cheese. Onion, lettuce, tomato, cheese. And then the burger should go here, and then the bun on each side. Yeah. So we'll do bun bottom, and then we'll add a sprite 3D, and we'll do bun top. Bun top, and for right now it'll look just like the player's UI, so hopefully that will be a clear enough indicator when I throw it out and do some test or something. So sprite 3D, and this will be I guess meat. We'll just call this meat because this will change based on what we want, unlike everything else. There we go. So let's just throw a cooked burger patty in there for right now, and we'll scale it down to 0.125 like everything else. Luckily we made all these textures so they're all the same size, which is cool. And yeah, that should be right here between the burger and the bun. And then we have to basically emulate that in the picture as well. So what are we doing here? The lettuce should be further up. The cheese should be right on top of the meat, as I was corrected by people. The lettuce should be here. I think the tomato should be right there. So we'll grab the tomato right there, and we'll scale it to our 0.125, and then we'll bring it forward and move it along over here, and we got that shit right there. Perfect. Now we need the bun bottom. I'll put it here, and then the bun top would be this side. Yeah, I guess we'll go ahead and put the put them in and see what happens. There's no reason not to. So what is this? The bun top? Yeah, I need the top. There we go. We'll put that one there, and let's make sure we got it in place. I guess we're really just mocking it up right now. So transform 0.125. And it feels like that one's on the wrong side, or maybe it's rotated 180 degrees, but let me go here and say 180. What does that do? Oh, that's the position, my bad. 180. Because I want it to be facing that way. Alright, so then we'll get the bun bottom. And we'll throw that in right there, and we'll bring it forward. And yeah, I mean, I could just switch them, but whatever. They're really the same image or whatever. I just copied the thing over, so I'll just flip this one, doing the 180 on the Y here, and I'll then scale it to 0.125 like the other one, and there we go. We'd have our order there. So let me see if the player can see this in the current scene, and then I'll have to make some type of like backdrop for it in GIMP or something, Um, probably make some type of like just blood splash behind it, or something like that. You know, that would be funny. We should probably make these bigger though. I think, like, you know, we have the whole screen. Why make them so small? So we're gonna do like this. Probably down here too. And then we'll have other items up there, you know, that way we can have like another objective or something, you know, up on top of this, and this will just be the base order you gotta make. So, there we go. Yeah, let me see how that looks in the game, if we bring it on in. So, it should be updating. That's huge. Let's try it. So, I mean, yeah, I guess that does make it clear. Do we have the same order that we would in the game? So, no, we forgot the onion. We also need to move the tomato towards the end. And then everything else seems to be good. So, let's go ahead and fix that. I'll go back to the TV. Yeah, we'll move the tomato over here, and then we'll go back to the onion. Yeah, onion.png, and we bring it forward, and then we go 0.125. Right there. Perfect. Rockaroony. And where did it go? Did it go right here? Shit, I can't remember. I think the lettuce would go right on top of the cheese, and then the onion would go right here, and then this should go a little bit more like that, just like this. Okay. And I could space these all out evenly with some type of container, but I'm not going to. So there's that. And let's grab a font. If I just search fonts on my PC, I think I can bring up Windows fonts so we can select one of those. Yeah. So if you search fonts, you can bring up some of these on your PC, and then we can copy one of these over. So what's a good one to display? Yeah. I don't know, let's just grab that one. That one's not boring. Courier regular. We'll copy, just to make sure this works. And then we're gonna make a new folder, and we'll call it fonts. And then I'll open that in File Manager. And I'll paste it in. Alright, so let me see if I can add that. We'll say load. Go to fonts. So, I guess it's not something it recognizes. Because it is in that folder. Let me try a different font from Windows. I have used fonts from here before, so should we grab Comic Sans? Yeah, hell yeah, we're doing Comic Sans. I know Comic Sans works because I used it in a different game. Okay, then we'll go to the fonts folder, we'll open that, and we'll paste it. And yeah, because that's a TTF, so it understands TTFs, I know that. So now we have an actual TTF in there, and we can quick load. And I guess we're getting the Comic Sans. You know what? It's happening. It's already happened. So, there we go. So we can continue on. I wanted to do that because I wanted to make some type of theme, I believe. Let me grab some coffee real quick. All right. Yes. Label 3D. Where is that? Whatever. Who gives a shit? Current orders. All I wanted to do is turn this red, so I can just modulate it and turn it blood red right there. Bam. Nice. Perfect. And maybe we'll put some type of screen background on here in the future. But let's also get all of these in line, so they're like, you know, in a line. I'm going to bring this one back. We'll grab that. We'll bring that back. Looking pretty good. Yeah, I mean, the other way to do this would be to put like a 2D texture on here and then add this like mesh and then make some type of like window here and put a image on here. But I mean, this seems way easier. So now we just need a way to like take orders and print them out on the screen, which is pretty simple. So we can go, we'll make a script here. Yeah, we'll put it in the objects TV. I'm going to get rid of this. I'm going to say func, and this will say take order, and this will take in a dict. So we'll just call this order dict. Order dict for dictionary. And then I guess what we'll do is just for yeah, I guess we'll call them items. Why not? Items in order dict, and we will yeah, I guess we could just make sprites for them. There was really no reason to do this, but we should be placing them in the sprite that they're called. So yeah, that's what we'll do. What we'll do is we'll pass in names that are named exactly the same as our sprite 3Ds that we have here, because that'll be easy to do. That way we keep all the naming conventions the same. And then it'll just get the name of the sprite 3D and then add itself to it based on if it's in the dictionary. And that way, if it's not in the dictionary, it won't add itself and there'll be no texture there, because I'm going to delete all these textures later. So we'll give that a shot. So for items in order dict, and we'll have to say, we'll get the keys. Let me take a little thing to remind myself what I'm going to do. So the keys are going to be, well, it really just has to be an array. It doesn't really need to be an order, a dictionary, right? Yeah. Let's just make it a list. Order list, or order array, however you want to call it. In order list. And we'll say, oh yeah, we need one of these guys. If order list, and then we'll check the, I guess we'll just pass in a list of strings. There's no reason not to. So we'll just check if that string is equal to the name of one of these, and if so, we'll fill it out. And yeah, it should work from there. I mean, there's a lot of gaps in that, but it would work pretty easily. So we'll do that for now. So if order list dot, is that going to work? Well, we'd have to loop through all these too. Oh no, we can just get the children, right? Hold on, let me think about that. Yeah, 4 items in order list. So we're going through each item in the list, and we'll compare each item. So we'll do another for loop, and we'll say for the but now we've made, oh yeah, for children, for get children, and we'll just call, we're getting that on ourselves. So now we're looping through all the children, and we'll say children and get children for we'll call it sprites. In get children, Oh, but shit, we also got the label. So I could make a list of these on the outside and then check against those, and if we have the name there, so that would be the way to do it. So let me do that. I'm going to do var, we'll say sprite list, and that'll make it easier. Just cross-reference the lists, I believe. Unless this is all just a bunch of madness and it never works, and then that'll be fun for everyone. So yeah, sprite list, that will equal a empty list right here, and then we'll say for sprites in get children, yeah, and it's hard to focus with this shit. Hold on, let me change it to something different. Lo-fi and chill beats. We will say if actually it'll be nodes, because we're getting all the nodes, and then we'll filter it out by sprite. So nodes, and then we'll say if nodes, what is it, dot type? Can we check the type? Let me check. Do we have type here? Let me type in node. So the base node, I think we have some type of thing called like type. Yeah. Lost the plot over here. Where the fuck is it? I thought I could like separate it out based on what it is. And I'm pretty sure that would be in here. I thought it would be like one of these, like type of node. Control F, type, or 11 matches. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, so let's rethink. Is there an easier way to do this without doing a whole bunch of dumb bullshit like this? Let me grab some water. Alright, so the idea is we take in an array, and then we just, why don't we just make sprites based on what's in the array, and then I don't have to do all of this dumb shit over here, and we'll just kind of make sure they go in the right order for that. Or does the order even matter? I guess it doesn't matter as much. So, no, I really want the order to be the same. I guess if it didn't matter that much. For right now, I'm going to get a dictionary of these right here. So I'm just going to take them and put them in a different node group and then get the parent of those so I don't have to differentiate which node. So that'll be easier. Node 3D. We'll grab these. I'm going to bring this up. I'll grab all these right here. Throw them there. This one as well, because these are all of our sprite 3Ds. Go in there. Nice, and this will be our order title is what I'm going to call it. Maybe we'll have fun names for them or something. But now, so what I'm going to do is call these the sprite holder, the sprite holder, and we'll loop through the sprite holder and get all the nodes in there, and then we'll check if it matches the names of those. So yeah, for nodes in sprites, I gotta do a little $$ sprite holder dot get children. So that will return an array full of the children of our sprite holder here, all of our sprites. And then I guess we'll just add all of those to we'll add the names to an array, and we'll print that array real quick. So we'll say var sprite name array, or we'll just, we'll get the sprites. So sprite array. Actually, we could just call the get children then. That would be the sprite array. And then we have to make another loop to check through the orders. So we might not even need this loop at all. Yeah, we're going to need that loop inside of the other loop like I was doing in the very beginning. So for order list, so for item in order list. And we forgot to add that right there. Then we're going to throw this right here, and we'll move this one over. So for every item, we're going to check if the nodes match the name. So we'll say if nodes and nodes.name equals the item, because the item is going to be a string. We will then append that to an array, and I'll call this var instantiation array, right? Or should we just go ahead and instantiate it there? I think we should just go ahead and instantiate it there. No reason to do another fucking list. So we'll just put the sign here. Yeah, because we have to get the name of the node, but we already have the node, so we'll just say node. Oh, we have the node. Dude. Yo, I'm a fucking idiot. Alright, node dot. It's almost there. It's coming along. So we do have to put a match statement though, because I don't have the texture of the thing is not named very well. Yeah, so you have to match it based on the texture. Fuck. Or I just have to rename my textures. I'll just rename my textures to be better named. Nice. Okay, I'll show you what I mean in a second. I'm just thinking stuff over. So now we need to set the node's texture because it is a texture rect. So we'll say, no, it's a sprite 3D. So we say node texture, and we set it equal to, and what I'll be doing is loading, and this is why I need to probably make sure all of my conventions are correct. So I'll be loading it from our file here, and since I need to change this out, we're going to load, what is it called? I need bun. Yeah, like hamburger bun top. So I need to make sure that whatever I pass into this order list, I have saved here as well. So I'm going to pass in, like I'll do this. Let me do that, and then I'll add a string right here. And that string will be the item name. So as long as I have all of our naming conventions, that should work just fine. So we will check for the item in our order list. Actually, we're going to go through every item in our order list. We'll make up our order list from our game manager. He's going to be like, I need a burger with, you know, fucking lettuce, onions, tomatoes. So we're then going to loop through the nodes in our sprite holder here. And it's going to say we got lettuce, we have onions and tomatoes. Those names match, so I'm going to spawn those in that order where they're at. So we have the nodes.name, if that equals the item right there. Then we're going to we're going to set that texture equal to whatever the item is in the object textures folder. So that should spawn it correctly. And we've got to remove the textures on all of these real quick. Yeah, so I'm pretty sure that's going to work. The thing that I'm not, I just have to set something to send this to it. So what we're going to do is go to File, New Script. I'm going to call this Game Manager. And we'll say Create. And this is not created under any scene. It's just out there in the open. So we can go to Project, Project Settings, Auto Load. And then we're going to load the game manager at startup. So we'll add that there, and we'll close. And then if I get rid of this, then I just say func ready, and I say print hello. So now this will run no matter what scene I go into. So if I just click a random scene and play it, we have no camera or anything, but we should still get a hello from the game manager. So this is going to load before anything else. So we can use that to our advantage and store variables here. And this is where we will like put how much, like how many enemies to spawn, what orders we're going to get, stuff like that. We'll start making that stuff here. So yeah, I guess let's just jump right into that. Let's go var order 1. We'll do like 3 or 4 of these, and the first one will be let's see, we need using the logic that we have, we would need like bottom bun. Let me see, I would have to, let me take hamburger bun bottom, so we would have to use this right here. We're going to say I guess copy name, copy path, and then if I print it right here, but I only need this right here, Control X, and then this would have to be a string. We just have to make sure all this would match right there. So my options are to keep this as it is and keep these as they are, which is probably the best option because it's already in the player's UI, and then just change the TV names to match. So that's what I'm going to do. So let me go back to, where was I? I was in my game manager, right? Yeah. So order 1, hamburger bun bottom. We'll then do a, what do you think? Chicken. Single chicken patty.png. So we'll say single chicken patty. I just got to make sure it's typed the same way as it is down there. Chicken patty. And we'll also add, I guess we'll do a tomato. Let's see what it's named. Tomato. Yeah, it was hopefully I just named it what it should be. And they're all PNGs, right? Yes, they're all PNGs. Awesome. Yeah, we'll do tomato, and then we'll also do an onion. There we go. And then we'll do the top burger as well. So where is that? Hamburger bun top. Nice. Hamburger bun top. There we go. Nice. Okay, so I'm liking that. I'm just going to, how do I grab this line? I'll just double click, Control C, and then I'll go to over here, and I'm going to just put a little comment right there so I know what's going to come in. And I've got to rename some of these. Oh, that's the wrong. I don't mean to be in totem pole. I meant to be in, get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Where was I just at? What was the one I was working on? The TV. Scene A. TV. I guess I must have closed that one by accident. There we go. Okay, so we need to rename some of these. So bun top needs to be changed to hamburger bun top. Ham. Nice. Ham. Burger. Bun. Top. There we go. Onion is good. Tomato needs to drop the E. Say it like a true southerner. And then hamburger bun bottom. We need to change that. Hamburger bun bottom. And we have an issue with the meat because that's not going to work. So we're just going to we'll just put them all in the same area, but we'll only be able to pass in one meat. So we'll just do a check on the input. Or I mean, we're going to have all these read off of CSV or something. So I'll just have a check on the CSV in the Excel document, and we'll solve that issue very quickly. So our friend Google is going to help us out. Single chicken patty. Perfect. We'll just make sure it works just for this one instance. And nice. So let's give that a shot. What we're going to do is say take order from our game manager. So let's go here. We need to go here, and then we're going to say we need to add this TV to a group. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll say func on ready, or we could do it through the whatever, but we're going to do it here. So we'll say func, what is it? Underscore ready, my bad. Ready, add to group, and we'll add it to the group, and that group will be TV, the good old television. And then I'm thinking, so our game manager, I think, is going to spawn in before the TV. So if I do it on the ready, I think it's going to give us an error. So I think I need to put another function here, and we could add a timer in code and just make the timer appear. Or we could, there's like a ton of ways we can do it. I think I'm going to add a timer through code. I'm going to probably Google how to do that. Or maybe I can just type it in here. Timer. I believe it shows you how to do it. I just always forget. It's always kind of a pain in the ass. So, yeah, didn't you have a way to make a timer through code without having to create a one-shot timer without instancing a node? Use scene tree.create timer. Awesome. That's right. They changed it. I totally forgot about that. Returns a scene tree timer, which will emit the scene tree.timeout after a given time. So, some function get tree.create timer.timeout print end. Okay, nice. So I can just use that. Cool. We're going to try that. And that's a very quick way to do it, but it's also pretty cool. I've never done that before. So, what did it say? Damn, where are we at? Await, get tree.create timer. Nice. Okay. Await, get tree dot create timer 1 second. Actually, we'll do 3 seconds, and then the order will flash on there. It'll probably have some type of animation to alert the player. You know, you want to do like a, hey, the order's up, like ding ding ding. Then we'll have some cool animation on the screen. But yeah. Yeah, create timer. What was the other part of it? Dot timeout, and that's the signal that we're waiting on. So, and then we're going to, I'm just going to print going now, just to make sure it goes going now. And we'll also say get tree dot call group, and the group will call will be the TV, and the function we'll be calling on that group will be take order, and we're going to be passing in our order. So, oh yeah, I can just go back to game manager here. There we go. Take order, and we'll throw that in there, and this will actually be our array, so we don't need that. So what are we going to say? Order right here, and I'm going to put this as at on ready var. And then we should be good. Oh, order one. There we go. And I'm going to put this up on top just because it makes me feel better. So let me bring this down. And we'll put that there. And I'm going to leave a little comment that says orders here. So let's see if that works. And I'm also going to go to our TV in the 3D. And we got to hide or get rid of all these textures, basically. I just use that to space them out. And then hopefully they retain their size. If not, we'll have to put into the code to make them an eighth of what they should be. And hopefully these first few work. Nice. Let's try it. We're looking at it. Should be about 3 seconds before it spawns in. Yeah, there we go. So that was the order that we have. Is it in the right thing? So we pick up like that and this. So cool. Yeah, that's pretty close to what we would see on our screen. I think we maybe have the onion mixed up with our lettuce. But I think that might have been visually before anyway. Yeah, the chicken patty is where it should be. So that would be good, and then we need to put in a system for us to slam it down on this counter after it's done, and it'll do a final check. So we can just check it in our game manager against the original order. And yeah, so that'll be the way to do it. Yeah, I kind of like that. I think that's pretty cool. I don't really want to do too much more coding tonight because I've just had a long day, but I did want to add another thing to this game. So I think I'm going to add like big pipes that kind of drop the meat into this thing after you pick it up. So I think that would be cool. I'm also going to move each one of these closer to the fryer. Maybe I should just move this closer there. I don't know yet. But it's very far from here, and it's kind of annoying. So I think maybe I need to move them to be like literally like right here. So you can just start throwing shit in. I mean, that makes more sense. Let me actually take all of these, and I'm going to add them. Is there any reason I can't add these to a bigger group? Node 3D. Create. I'm going to call this fridges. And then I'll grab these fridges. This one here. Where you at? All right, this. This and this. We're going to bring you down and put you into that node. Bring it on down, all the way down to the very bottom. Throw it in there. Then I can grab this. And I probably should have brought them closer, but I'm just going to spin it. We'll go 90 degrees, negative. What are you doing? Negative 90. Bam, there we go. So now you're on that side, and I want them like over here. That just makes more sense. And then I'll have to add the other stuff as well. These rat dogs will have to move over, and we'll move it just like that. Same with the burgers. We'll just move them, and the chicken nuggers as well. So that's looking good. Let me spin them around because they're kind of like on a slant and they look better on the slant. And yeah, so I wanted to add like big metal pipes that kind of extend out of nowhere and like extend out of the ceiling and drop the meat into these things. And I think that would be pretty easy to do in Blender. So we're going to do that too. And then where is Flesh Mountain so I can unhide it and see what everything looks like? There we go. What does this look like in the game now? Okay, it takes a second to load. So we have the horrible flames with the decent looking skulls. We got the flesh mountain in the background and the red background. We need to add some type of background that doesn't suck. We got our current order thing. We got that weird moon up there. Yeah, that would be a very easy thing to do tonight, would be to add the some type of background image on here. Let me just grab one from Texture Haven. If you go here, you go back to Polyhaven. I think they have HDRIs. Yeah, browse HDRIs. Which one do we want to grab? I'm gonna need a nighttime one, and then I'm gonna edit it in what do you call it? GIMP. So something dark. I'll probably trees in this one look pretty cool, but there's too much like, you know, I can't have any man-made structures that would make it look too weird. So I think this one is possible, but probably not dark enough. I think I'm going to go with this one just because it's got like a sky and less man-made stuff. So I think that's the one I'm going to use. We're going to download that. And then it's an EXR. Can I just plug that in Godot? I think so. I'm going to try it. I'm going to copy it, and then I'm going to go to my textures here, and we'll just paste that in. And then I want to go to my environment. So it looks like it does know what that is. So we'll go to, where's environments? Got a lot of shit in here now. World environment. There we go. And it's probably going to mess some stuff up, but we're going to have to change some of this. So instead of color, we're going to go with sky. And sky will be new sky. I think I can new panorama sky, and then we can load the material. So quick load. I think it had nights in the title, right? So yeah, there we go. This one right here, we load it. So then we have that, and that gives us a little better lighting. But what I'm going to do is open up GIMP, and I'm going to open up that file. Textures, we'll go to this one right here, we'll open it. And I'm going to go to color, and we'll colorize it and make it like a hellscape. We'll make it red. So we'll just do that. How does that look? Oh, my graphics card is loving this. So maybe something like that. And yeah, that'll be good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect. It looks better than it did. And then I'm just going to call this red. And we'll export it. We'll then go back to Godot. And I'll use the red one. We'll go to quick load. I'll search red, and I guess we named a lot of stuff red, but this is the one I want. So that looks pretty cool. Let's go into the scene and see how that looks. All right. Loading up, loading up. And yeah, so that's looking better. You know, looks a little bit more like a 2000s game now instead of a 1994 game. We got some scary JPEG trees in the background. Aren't you terrified? Look at that. Get some human skulls. Good shit over here. Now we need some slop pipes for the meat coming out of the sky. So let's go ahead into Blender and do that. We need add. We can actually just do a curve. I'm going to do a Bezier curve. And I'll just do a G. Move that over. R on the Z, I guess 90, and then R on the X or the Y, 90. And yeah, then we'll probably scale it up. I'm just going to start editing it in edit mode. And yeah, I'm basically just going to have it go like this and be like a pipe. And then we'll have that lead back to some type of like metal box or something. So it looks like stuff is like going through there and getting ground up. So we got to have it, you know, like a signature pipe looking thing. Let me go to Google Images and get a picture of a pipe. Pipe texture. What are we looking for? Images. Yeah, I don't really see anything that looks that great. Maybe we'll just use a rusty metal texture. That never fails us. So let me go here. We'll add some geometry to it. We're going to do extrude. Offset. Let me turn that back to 0. And let me go to depth. So we want a good depth. We want less than that though. We got to make this like round. Yeah, less, more like this. Perfect. And we're going to pull that more like this. Have that like that. More like a chute. Okay. And this will kind of go up. And then we'll have it just trail up and up and up, like off to nowhere. I think that would be funny and cool. So we'll have it go all the way up like that. And then, yeah, basically like that. So you can't really see the top of it. And the player will never be able to take a look at that. But, yeah, so let's apply a texture. What do we want? We want there was like a rusty yellow rusty metal, and I think that's going to be the one I want. And I'll probably make a better model where I put like rivets and bolts in it, but we can also do that pretty easily without expending too much effort. So I'm going to go Control A, and we will scale it. Control A, scale. We're just applying the scale and stuff. Give me 1 second. Sorry, the air in this room is super dry, and it's killing me. Alright, so, what do we got to do here? We got to go here. We got to make this into a mesh and then unwrap it. So I guess I'm happy with that general shape. That'll be fine. I think it needs to come down a little further. What am I drinking? I am drinking Food Lion brand sparkling water, only the finest. So I think right there, and yeah, that'll be fine. Let's go and apply that as a mesh. Convert into mesh. We'll bring that up right here. Yeah, I might have to make that smaller, but it's going to go over these right here. Yeah. and just like deposit more, I don't know, look better in my head, but it's going to like throw more meat out of it, so you have an excuse to always have the meat there. I just think that would be a cool idea. So this is just my initial instancing of the idea. So let's go to edit mode. I'm going to grab the whole thing, UV, and then unwrap and see if that does a better job. Probably not. Let me just go Control Z on that actually. I'm going to go to UV editing and then just scale the thing up and see how that looks. If I go to material preview and I get rid of this right here. And so if I scale it on the Y, how is that looking? Pretty shitty. If I scale it on the X, S on the X, how is that looking? A little bit better. That's kind of more what I want. So something like that. That's not too bad. It's very, lacking in detail. It doesn't really look too much like a pipe. It looks like some type of weird snake. So, yeah, we could animate it. I wasn't really going to go that direction. I guess, if anything, I would just make it like wiggle back and forth as it went down. Yeah, that'd be pretty brutal. Maybe I'll just have it like clanking around and you can hear it. Uh, let's see. My idea here was just to add some cylinders and give them a different metal texture because you can't really see inside this thing. So I'm just going to go like expand this out, S Shift Z, expand it out like that. Bring it in towards the middle. I'll bring it scaled down, scale it on the Z, Shift up, S Shift Z again. Basically just trying to bring it out so it matches pretty closely to this pipe right here. Yeah, like this, and then we'll add a different metal texture here. So then we have a some type of rust metal or something, and we'll go to object, shade smooth, maybe make this a little bit smaller. Yeah, let me go to wireframe, make it just a little bit bigger. But yeah, I mean, you can see what I'm doing. It's just a very cheap way to add like what looks like rivets to the pipe here. So I'm just going to place some around, and then I'll get out a wireframe and we'll see how it looks. Just to add some personality to it, and then maybe we can texture paint some of this stuff later on if we really feel like being cool. We really feel like artists instead of just like, programmers. So that's looking pretty good there. And you probably won't see much past like any of these anyway, but we're gonna keep going. We're doing Hideo Kojima level detail right here. Is Metal Gear done, by the way? Or are they just not making any more of those games? Because Hideo Kojima is no longer with that studio or whatever. I don't even know. What is he doing nowadays? Silent Hill canceled on him. Who knows, man? Okay, so this should be metallic. That's cool. And then this, I think we need to go to Control A, scale. Probably should have done that for all of them. But, whatever. Damn, yeah, that doesn't look good at all. Whatever. If I go to UV editing and I grab it, I basically need to, I think, expand this out on the Y, or yeah, bring it in. That's pretty much what I want, is more definition on those textures. We'll just do it for that one, and then maybe this one too, and then no one else is going to see the other ones anyway. So what do we want? S on the Y. On the other way. There we go. A little more definition. Thank you. There we go. And that's a perfect gore pipe right there. Shooting shit. Yeah, let's go ahead. Oh man, it's got that hard line right in the middle. Or is that rust? You know, we're gonna pretend that's rust, and we're not gonna look at it. And it's definitely not a hard texture line. So we're going to export this now. I'm gonna go to Object. Oh, some of these are off a little bit. Let's go to wireframe. I'm just gonna adjust them using the good enough method. I've determined that one is good enough. And this one is G on the Y. We bring it over here. Perfect. Now we got to adjust these. Riveting content right here. So let's actually join everything. So we have everything there. Control J. And let's see. Oops. Did we get to keep all of our materials? Looks like we did. Okay. So we'll go File, Export, GLTF, and this will be pipe. Pipe, and we'll go up, and this will say new folder, pipe. And there we go. And we'll export it. Bam. Right there. Yeah, Metal Gear is definitely dead. They'll still probably remaster the old games for years and years, so whatever. It's brutal, but you know, whatever. I remember the PlayStation 2 when my brother and I played the that game. Yeah, you can use selected objects only in the when you export stuff. So you say like File, Export, FBX or whatever, and then selected objects, limit to. But yeah, so let me go back into here and I'll bring in, what was I just doing? It was in scenes, it was the pipe. We'll bring the pipe in. Cool, then we'll grab this and I guess we'll rotate it 90 degrees in the negative. And yeah, we'll put that right there. Let's see how that looks. Maybe a little bit over, a little bit forward. And there should be 3 of them basically. I'll probably have to make 2 different ones and then I'll have like, you know, different sections of them. But yeah, it looks really dark, but let's give it a shot. All right, loading up. So yeah, it's pretty cool. And then we'll have some type of fog effect or some type of ceiling up there. I'm thinking I'll make some type of like ever expanding ceiling or something. That would be kind of cool. I just got to figure out how I'm going to do it visually. I got to think that through. But yeah, it's starting to come together a little bit more. I like that. I like that ambience of the pipes that they add. So we'll have stuff coming through here every time you pick it up. We got to make these disappear. Stuff will slop in. We'll have this. We got our orders that we can start filling out. We have our goblin guy who can chase us down. We have to figure out what I want to do with him. Yeah, so basically we just have a whole bunch of stuff to do tomorrow. But for now, I gotta head to sleep because I got to work tomorrow. And yeah, our frame rate is starting to go down by the day, but I'm sure we'll have to do some optimizing. All of these heads have like thousands of vertices, and we don't really need that many. But you know, we're keeping them anyway. And we still have no collision on these walls, so we can walk around. But yeah, I think so far the project's going pretty good. I think it adds a lot to have a textured background like that. So Yeah, everybody have a good night, and I'll be back tomorrow. I'm doing pretty much every day, like 6:30 to around 8 on the weekdays. So check me out on Twitch or YouTube. But later.